Welcome to Colombia, 47. The remote village of Santa Fortuna awaits you deep inside the Colombian rainforest. An iron-fisted Delgado cartel rules over the village and its surroundings. Security around Santa Fortuna and the closed-off cartel compound is extremely tight. Armed sicarios patrol the streets of the village, ready to enforce harsh punishments to those who do not comply. Rumors persist of hidden transportation cave systems connecting the village, the cartel compound, and the hidden coca fields beyond. It is a rare occurrence to have all three cartel leaders present in the village at the same time. Expect that all targets are protected by scrupulous killers, armed with automatic weapons. Rico Delgado inhabits his fortified mansion on the outskirts of the village, while Andrea Martinez can be found in her village office or around Santa Fortuna itself. And Jorge Franco is engaged in development of a new drug in his field laboratory. Happy hunting, 47.
Hi, I'm Jimmy, and this is a Let's Play series of the Hitman World of Assassination trilogy. I will be playing all of the story missions on Master difficulty with the default start locations and loadout. And this is Santa Fortuna. This is my favorite level in the game. By far, this is just no contest. I really love this map. It's wide, it's open, it's got 3 different targets in 3 distinct areas. And it feels wide, and it has a bunch of different areas, similar to Sapienza, but unlike Sapienza, I feel like they make good use of all of the space, and they give us plenty of targets and plenty of reasons to visit the different areas and explore the map. And it's just a really fun level all around. Here I am pursuing an opportunity to take out Jorge Franco. This hippie has discovered a way to disguise bricks of cocaine as souvenirs, basically plastic toys. This one looks like a bus. And so he is going to show his invention to Jorge and try to sell it to him. So I'm going to repair the souvenir, which is broken. I'm going to impersonate the hippie. I'm going to meet up with Jorge Franco myself. So, yeah, close the door. Wait for him to turn off the alarm, and then I knock him out. Now I'm going to hide the body and take his outfit. So I've got the disguise. I've already added an emetic poison to the souvenir. I just need a way to put it back together. So I'm going to go look for some glue. So I'm going to head down to the corner store and ask if they have any glue.
Feels so real, so in touch.
And how may I help you today, senor?
I'd like to buy some glue, please.
No, I'm afraid we just ran out of that item, senor. I saw the last bottle to the mechanic next door.
So there we find out that he's out of glue, but the mechanic next door has some. So
This is a
we're
smart
going to knock him out and take the glue from him.
I have the only rickshaw in town, and when backpackers see a rickshaw, they have to ride it. It's in their code or something.
Here I was looking around. I was trying to see if there was another place so I could hide a body out, so I could knock out the wife. But I don't see anything here, so I decided to just, lure the husband out of the way and knock him out. So I'm going to use this distraction. I'm just waiting for the husband to move so he's not looking at me. Now there's the rickshaw between us, so I can turn this on without him noticing. He will go investigate.
Why me? Why me?
So yeah, the other thing I like about this level, it has a lot of great opportunities for all of the targets. I remember first time I got Silent Assassin on this level, I did it by taking out all of the targets in convoluted industrial accidents. I think it was before I understood how accident kills worked. So at the time, I think I assumed I got Silent Assassin because the accidents always destroyed or hid the body. But I didn't realize that it doesn't matter if the body's found or not when the kill is an accident. But yeah. Anyway, it was a fun route. I have fond memories of that. So that's probably part of why I like this level so much. It's also sort of, as I've said before, a good Hitman level should feel like a vacation. And this definitely feels like, you know, an adventure or vacation. It feels like we're visiting a tropical country and going on an adventure. So here I'm going to have to go through a frisk zone next. So I'm going to drop my pistol here in this room just so it doesn't get found while they're searching me. And here I'm checking, just make sure I'm clean. But yep. Everything else is good to go through a frisk, so I'm good to go now. Here I pause for a moment. I see the camera, and I was debating for a minute if I wanted to try and get my pistol back and take out the camera. But I decide I'm going to be taking up the cameras anyway, so I'll just let myself be recorded for now, and I'll take care of it later.
Nothing personal, but I'm gonna pat you down if you want through. Security shit, you know.
So this is where I get frisked.
It's just as awkward for me as it is for you. Okay, let's go, man. Thank you.
So here I walk on ahead. Unfortunately, I need to wait for the guard who's escorting me. There's a locked door up ahead that I need him to open for me. I didn't realize that, so I just sort of walk on ahead. One of the minor annoyances with this game is that NPCs, their sort of normal walk speed is about half as fast as Agent 47's walking speed. So here, even though I wasn't running or hurrying, he's still only halfway down the tunnel, so I have to wait for him.
I'm surprised to see you working with Franco.
Peace and love isn't really my thing.
There, that's a classic example of Agent 47, the way he talks in disguise. He's always got a sort of gravelly edge to his voice and just a hint of menace. Just a sort of...
Isn't this kind of work sort of breaking the hippie code?
I do what it takes to get what I need.
It's part of the humor of this game. The game has a sense of humor that about the fact that, you know, Agent 47 can disguise himself as a hippie or a drummer or anything and immediately blend
you're
in.
Expected. Have a seat. Franco's on his way.
So yeah, now I just need to wait for Jorge Franco. But yeah, like I said, I just really enjoy this level. It's a really great map. It's a lot of fun. All the different areas are fun to explore. And yeah, just a great time. I guess I'll talk a little bit about the story. So, at this point in the story, we've sort of stopped, you know, tracking down Providence members, and now we are trying to figure out who the Shadow Client is. He was the person pulling the strings in Hitman 1, and basically using Agent 47 and the ICA to wage war against Providence, which is a secret Illuminati-type organization. So here we're now we are switching gears and tracking down the Shadow Client.
It's finally here. Let's have a look.
This is Jorge Franco.
Customs without a problem, we hope.
I had no issues.
Excellent. We're not sure whether this will pass the taste test, but that remains to be seen. Follow us, please.
So now Jorge is going to sample the cocaine souvenir, and he will ingest the poison I put in it earlier, which will make him sick and make him need to go throw up. But yeah, so right now we are the reason we're going after this cartel is because they are working with the Shadow Client. So we are taking out the people working for the Shadow Client and trying to get closer to him that way. here is about to be sick. Then he will go to a private place to puke, and we can take him out.
Make way!
So here you can just push him down the shaft, which is quicker, but I decided to use the fiber wire. Like I said, I don't normally bring this with me because it's not very useful, but since I'm
Franco confirmed down.
using the default
Nice
loadout,
work, 47.
might as well make use of it. And I grab a brick of cocaine on the way out. Here I noticed, yeah, the enforcer, he noticed something. And it looked like he was about to go investigate, but he decided not to, so... That's why I hid for a second there, as I was worried he was going to go poking around and he might spot me, so... Fortunately, he decides not to, so I'm able to head back out. Here, I'm about to get a bit lost trying to get out of here. These tunnels are nice and convenient for... They connect different parts of the map together, but they can be a little confusing and it's easy to get lost in them, so... One of my few minor complaints about the level. But yeah, there's just so much I love about this level, so... I really don't mind that it can be sometimes confusing to navigate. So yeah, now the next step is to go after Andrea Martinez and also to break into her office so I can destroy the camera evidence. Oh, but first I need to pick up my pistol again. So yeah, now I've got my pistol back. And we're good to go. So yeah, I need a Sicario disguise. Those are the guards around the village. And they also guard Andrea Martinez's office. So if I get one of their disguises, I can sneak into the office pretty easily. And this is the most convenient way to get a Sicario disguise. If you throw a coin back here... One of the guards will come over to take a look, and you know, the other guard can't see him behind the wall there, and when you knock him out, his body falls in the bushes and is, you know, automatically hidden, so it's just a very convenient way to get a disguise. I think I do this pretty much every time I play this map. Anytime I need this disguise, this is my go-to way to get it. So there we go. Now I just need to find a way to break into Andrea Martinez's office.
You heard the news about the Moreno. How they had 15 guys in lockup in Malaga. Yet all of them worked 2 hours.
So I was thinking about hopping over. There's a low wall there. There's a section of the wall that you can hop over. But there's an enforcer nearby. He can see through my disguise. So I decide to try a different route. So I'm going to go along the river, and there's a staircase leading up from the river to the office.
Have you heard about David's new friend? She's apparently a really sweet, wealthy American woman. Also, she's 75. Not judging. Just saying.
Oh my god.
Yeah, first I need to find a way to get down to the river.
Love to watch the world TV that makes things look so good.
Especially better than that slut thing. I still can't believe it. Oh,
So first I think these are the stairs up to the office, but these are the wrong stairs, so I have to turn around and go back.
Maybe he's here to see that Delgado guy we've been hearing about. Sounds like he's got money to spare.
Could be.
And here, if you just walk up to this door, the other Sicario will see you, and he will unlock the door for you, which is convenient. So I don't even need to break in, I just need to wait.
Probably isn't too hard, you know?
He's being helpful, probably just assumes I lost my key. So, not the best at security, these guards. So yeah, now I'm going to climb up. I just need to make sure no one was looking, because while I am allowed back here, it's obviously pretty suspicious for someone to be climbing on the side of the building. Now I'm going to go up on the balcony here. Then I need to wait for a bit because there's an extra enforcer in the room right now. So I'm going to wait for her. Andrea's going to come up and join her, and in a little bit they're both going to leave. So I'm just waiting for them to both go downstairs again. And then I can go into the room and knock out both of the guards. So there, I'm just waiting. They're heading downstairs now. The guard's going back to his post, so I'm going to sneak in here. I'm going to knock out both the guards in this room and destroy the evidence. Yeah, they're both knocked out. Now I'm going to delete the evidence. And I just need to hide the bodies. Once I do that, I am safe and sound. Fortunately, there's a crate here where I can dump the bodies. And no one comes up here for a while, so I've got plenty of time to do this. Now, if I'd been planning ahead a little better, there's a water bottle in here that Andrea Martinez takes a sip from. Unfortunately, I don't have anything to put in it right now. I don't have any poison on me. So I'm going to have to go back into the village, pick up some poison. I also decide to pick up the guns while I'm here, just so none of the guards get distracted and take the guns somewhere. As I've mentioned before, it's inconvenient to have the guards find a gun lying around and then they get pulled off their route and then you bump into them when you weren't expecting it. So yeah, Andrea Martinez's assistant is about to come up. She can see through my disguise, so I need to get out of here. But in any case, I need to go back down. There is a flower in the village that acts as an emetic poison, so it'll make Andrea Martinez throw up. So I just need to go back down and get that, and I can put it in the drink. And then I have an opportunity to take out Andrea Martinez. So here yeah, the guard turns around, so I decide to back up so I don't get spotted up here on the roof. I just need to wait a moment for him to go back to his original position. And then I can sneak back down. So yeah, that's one of the interesting things about the story of this game is, you know, for the first 1.5 games, you're basically just sort of being manipulated by two different forces. There's the Shadow Client and Providence who are sort of working against each other, and you're always just killing people for one side or the other. But after you catch up with the Shadow Client and meet with him, then the story really sort of gets going at that point. At that point, from that point on, Agent 47 and Diana have a clear goal, and it sort of feels more like you're the one driving the story instead of a pawn that's sort of being pushed around in various directions. You know, a weapon that's being used by other people to advance their own goals. Back up here. And at this point, I'm about halfway done. I've taken out one of the 3 targets, and I've deleted the evidence, and I am on the cusp of taking out the second target. So I'm about to save. I'm about to try something risky anyway, so now is a good time to save. So yeah, I think about here is where I save. Yeah, there we go. Here we load and try again. So yeah, now I sneak back into the room. Andrea Martinez's assistant is here, but she's not looking, so I can sneak in here really quickly and poison the water. And now Andrea Martinez will, in a few moments, she will take a drink and she will need to go use the bathroom. That will give me an opportunity to take her out. So yeah, there, she's already gone upstairs and she's about to have a sip, so I'm going to go downstairs and get in the bathroom just so I can be one step ahead of her. Oh yeah, that's the other thing, another thing they added in this map that they end up using in a lot of other maps, even though it doesn't always make sense, is they have poisonous flowers and poisonous frogs. Which, you know, makes sense here. You know, you're in the jungles of South America. It makes sense that you'd find poisonous frogs, but it's a little funny when they come up with an excuse to, you know, have poisonous frogs appear in Whittleton Creek or later in Dartmoor. It's a little contrived, but it's just a fun way to, you know, let Agent 47, you know, be able to acquire lethal poison at the location instead of having to bring it ahead of time. Which is what you would normally do. Normally you would unlock the ability to bring in lethal poison, and you just... in the pre-mission planning, you would, you know, bring some with you if you were going to use it. I'm not doing that because I am using the default loadout, so I can't bring poison with me, but most people, you know, poison is a pretty easy thing to unlock. But it's nice to have other sources for it in the level. So here we take out Andrea Martinez.
Martinez is down. Good work.
And there, like I have just mentioned before, we don't need to hide the body because that was considered an accident. So even if the body's found, it doesn't spoil the silent assassin rating. So I am free to proceed to the next target, which is Rico Delgado. And there is a great way to take out Rico Delgado. So you'll see that in a few minutes. First step is getting into his mansion. So we're just going to go up towards the front door. We've already taken out the camera system, so we don't need to worry about those. So we can walk right up here, and then off to the side there is a way to climb up over the wall. And here this is all considered trespassing. I have a guard disguise, but the mansion guards wear a different outfit, so I'm going to need to get one of their disguises if I want to blend in. Going to use the old coin trail trick to lure one of those guards around somewhere where I can knock him out without anyone seeing me. So there's the coin trail. And here I try to make a sound so the guards will come outside and notice the coins. Unfortunately, even though there's an open window that you can see right there, it is not considered open for the purposes of the game. Like, the sound does not travel through it. So I'm going to need to open a door so they can hear me when I make a noise. So that's why I open the door. It's a little silly. It's just one of the little quirks of this game's physics is even if a window looks open, for the purposes of whether or not sound travels through it, it's considered closed.
Okay.
So there's come outside, and now he sees the first coin.
What?
Yeah, he sees the second coin, so he's going to follow the trail around the corner.
Oh, cool.
Just wait to see if he goes for the last coin, which he does. And I'm going to use the cocaine I picked up earlier to knock him out. An expensive way to knock someone out, but it gets the job done. Now we just hide the body and take the disguise. And we're set. We are free to roam around the mansion. Oh, and then the crowbar I threw earlier to make the noise. That is still useful, so I'll hold on to that. Here, I'm just trying to avoid the enforcers. Don't want to get spotted. Fortunately, the mansion's pretty big, and there aren't a ton of enforcers, so it's pretty easy to avoid them if you're just a little careful.
Have to jump out of a window.
Do you mind?
So you're trying to get to the back corner of the mansion. And unfortunately, an enforcer shows up at just the wrong time, so I'm going to have to wait for him to leave before I can get to where I want to go.
You don't have to tell me twice. I used to be his accountant. And look at me now. Thank you. His accountant.
So yeah, now I'm free to go back here. And that guard is an enforcer, but luckily he's facing the wrong way, so I can
The hippos are better now?
sneak over here.
Alright.
And here there's another disguise I want to get, so I can get this opportunity to kill Rico Delgado, so I'm waiting for someone else to come out from back there.
Guy? Talking to hippos, my ass.
Did you talk to Rico?
Sure did. Told him the hippo guy was getting nowhere, and that I had a solution that was sure to work.
Oh, yeah? You're telling me you have some sort of magic trick? This hippo whisperer fellow's been at it for days now. But you've just been letting him play?
Oh, no. I pitched the idea to him. Simple enough, really. Bullet to the head, drop his body in the water. That's sure to bring out the thing. You know how much he loves meat.
So yeah, this man has been hired by Rico.
Right. There has to be some sort of online beard.
What was that? Hello? Someone
So
there?
I'm going to knock him out and take his disguise.
Hello?
Rico hired him to cure whatever's wrong with his pet hippo. Here, there's a weird glitch. I'm not able to knock him out. He might be standing on a slope or something. So I get out a soda can. And that totally looks like I should have been spotted, but I wasn't, so I'm just going to accept it. Anyway. It was a glitch that prevented me from knocking him out in the first place, so I don't mind the fact that my Silent Assassin rating was spared by a glitch. So there, now I'm disguised as the Hippo Whisperer, so now I'm going to go take a look at the hippo. This is obviously inspired by, you know, Pablo Escobar, the real-life Colombian drug dealer who kept pet hippos, so... yeah. So I decide to knock out this guard, just so when Rico Delgado comes down here, I will have the place to myself. You see back there, there's the hippo. So once I knock this guy out and hide the body, just need to find a way to lure the hippo out of his shelter where he's been hiding. And then I can tell Rico Delgado that his beloved hippo is all better. And yeah, as you might have overheard earlier,
more crystals for your hippo healing, Mr. Bookman.
the guards were talking about the fact that the hippo loves meat. And actually, if you saw, there was a notebook there. The notebook also mentions the fact that the hippo has developed a taste for meat. So the way to lure him out is to feed him a meaty bone.
Never say welcome.
So I gotta throw the meaty bone into the water. Hippo submerges himself, and then he comes out to eat the bone. And now he's feeling much better, so now we can go tell Rico Delgado that his problems are over. The hippo is healthy again.
How are you today, amigo?
So yeah, one of the downsides to this disguise, it doesn't have as many enforcers. Not as many people can see through this disguise as the mansion guard outfit, but unfortunately I'm not allowed on the second floor of the mansion. So I have to wait for Rico Delgado to come down to meet with me. He's currently hanging out on the second floor. So I'm going to wander around for a bit. I think I try my luck on these stairs as well, but it doesn't work out. So there, see, I get near the top of the stairs and almost right away they start spotting me because I'm trespassing, so yeah, I just need to wait a little bit. There's Rico Delgado's trophy wife coming down the stairs now. It's the other interesting thing about this level is it has a couple of unique characters. It has Rico Delgado's trophy wife, and it has...
That is Rico Delgado,
Hector Delgado,
head of the Delgado drug
Rico's
cartel.
brother. And Hector Delgado used to have a relationship with Andrea Martinez, so there's an opportunity to deliver a letter from Hector to Andrea, one that he'd written but he wasn't planning on sending. And after you do that, they meet up, and then that gives you an opportunity to take out Andrea. So here I'm just waiting for Rico Delgado to come down, so I'm going to wander around. I can explore the first floor just fine, just for some reason I'm not allowed upstairs. Just fair. I am the hippo tamer after all. So finally, Rico Delgado's coming down the stairs.
Shouldn't you be with my hippo? How's he doing?
The animal has emerged from the enclosure. He looks healthy and is acting like any other hippo I've ever been around.
Oh, meet me there now.
So here we're gonna
When
walk with
Hippo was
Rico.
just a youngster, I executed a man for stealing a watch from him. It was my Uncle Fernando's old watch, and it was priceless to me, So, anyway, by sheer accident, his body, it fell into the river. And then, as if he read my mind, Mijo dove under the surface of the water. And when he came back up, there, in his mouth, was the watch. Arm still attached to it and everything. Oh, man. Oh, that hippo is something special.
That's another story. They like to give you details like this just so you understand that the people you're killing are, real scumbags. The fact that he's,
Still haven't given up on healing that hippo.
to his mind, the point of the story is that the hippo read his mind and got his watch for him, and not, oh, my hippo has been trained to feed on human bodies. So here we go downstairs, and I go a little bit too fast for him.
Hey, don't walk away from me.
And he thinks I'm trying to walk away from him.
Let's go.
So I have to come back up the stairs and just walk with him the last little bit.
Oh, my little mijo. Come to Papa, it's me. Huh? It's your Papa coming to you, little one. Come on. Oh, how are you, buddy? I am impressed with your work. Yeah, I honestly thought that I would have to feed you to the hippo, but you pulled it off. Look, I'll wire you your payment as per our agreement. Now, if you'll excuse me.
And here we feed Rico Delgado to his beloved Mijo.
All targets neutralized. This should paralyze the cartel. Excellent work, 47. Now head for an exit.
So there, we've taken out all 3 targets, and we just need to exit the level. And I'm just gonna head back out to town. Just need to watch out. There's not as many enforcers for this disguise, but there are 1 or 2 groundskeepers who will recognize me, so I need to just be a little careful on the way out. I would hate to get this far into the level and then have Silent Assassin ruined because the gardener saw me leaving the mansion. Here I can just walk out the front door. And there's a bus stop that'll take me right out of town, so good to go. So yeah, I just need to check and verify that I got Silent Assassin. So yeah, thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.